So, substance, alcohol, drugs, moderation, depression, going out, fun time. Spirit is showing me someone here that has been in a situation, a relationship for many, many years. And you are feeling like there was no way out because of the intensity of the abuse that was received whilst you're in this relationship, this partnership. This relationship, the person that we are talking about, so the karmic, let's use human words, the karmic in this story was very dependent on substances. There's a few in particular: alcohol, heroin, speed, any antidepressants, a chemical cocktail for disaster. This person has a lot of demons, a lot of trauma, a lot of darkness within them. Instead of doing the work, they relied on these substances. And when these substances come into play with such trauma that is stored within their vessel, this is, like I said, a chemical cocktail for disaster. When this person would partake in these substances, you had a choice whether to use these as well or be the sober one. And I feel like there might have been a few times that, at the start, and this is years and years ago, where you would have a drink, maybe a smoke, bit of, party time, but this grew old very, very quick. And this person, every time that they took in any of these substances, their energy, their moods, their temperament would change. And the more that this happened, the more that their dominant frequency, the more that their mood daily was completely off, was abusive, was violent, and as I said, completely off. The lights turned off. They turned off. I had to turn them back on. So in this relationship, you were the main receiver of this person's energy. So when they started to have their drugs and they started to have their alcohol, the energy would shift. And you would feel like that you are tiptoeing around this person as to not aggravate them, as to not start anything where that you would have to be on the receiving end of this abuse. So you have been tiptoeing around this energy for many, many years. Feeling like you are stuck in a situation where you are never going to be able to get out. This person, this karmic energy, carried the energy of darkness, carried the energy of entities. And you have to understand that when you are dabbling in these kinds of substances, it is a gateway, a portal to allow these dark energies in. So you may have felt like laying beside this person that you were constantly under attack, always wondering what was going to happen next, always wondering what it would take to set off the next explosion. Spirit's showing me that you have had to flee a lot. You've had to run away from this person only to be chased down and taken back into that environment. Over time, this energy has completely worn you down, but Spirit wants you to know that you are not a doormat. There is always help out there to assist you in getting away from this kind of abuse. As we go along, the more that we put up with it, as hard as it is, the more it becomes normal. It becomes a connection that is so toxic, it becomes normal. Now, Spirit is showing me there's probably many times that you have actually encountered this person overdosing on a particular drug, and that you have had to help them come back into their physical body. This trauma that this person holds, that they have not taken care of, is not yours to carry. You cannot help someone that does not want to help themselves. And this person is in such darkness that they will drag you down into the depths until you can take no more. But I'm here to tell you that there is help out there. There's always a way to get away and live a safe, peaceful life. I'm not saying that it's easy to do, but I'm saying you can do it. You do not have to put up with this kind of darkness. These shoes here in the picture might be significant to someone. A pair of old sort of leather thongs. These belong to that person that I'm talking about. Spirit's showing me that there was and is children involved. At the time, these children were small and they've all grown up now, and you are still sitting there copying this abuse. Spirit needs you to stand up. be brave and ask for guidance on how to get out of this environment. There are people out there that can assist you. You do not have to live in this state. Nobody deserves to be mentally, emotionally, physically abused because of someone else's trauma. You are not a victim. You are a warrior. You are a child of the Most High. And sometimes God puts us into these circumstances where we ask ourselves, why? Why is it that I am here receiving such bullshit? Why do I keep receiving this trauma, this abuse? Not only are you the hand of God, so God puts you into position to do the hardest work, to bring about epic justice and karma for others. But you have also been placed there to understand your worth. You have to get to a point that usually is so low when you've absolutely had enough, that you find the strength within you to make the decision to move. Nobody else can do it for you. But there are people out there to assist you with what it is you need to do. Never feel like you have to stay stuck and sit and be on the receiving end of such trauma, such abuse. Never use the excuse that you are staying for your children, because all your children want to do is to see you happy. And if you're not happy and you are staying in an environment, in a relationship that is toxic, that is abusive, this is poison for your children. There's no benefit of you staying for your children. It would be better for you to remove yourself and your children. Do not be afraid. You have all right to be safe and to be happy. No one should make you feel otherwise. God wants you to know that your cries have been heard, you have been watched over, and you need to get to the point where you make this decision for yourself. And when you make this decision to move, the universe will open up ways to help you. But you must choose for yourself. Now, this person has caused you a lifetime of mental and emotional pain and trauma. And because of that, you may have physical issues that have manifested. You may have problems with your body, problem with your organs, problem with your bones, your muscles, problems moving, problems with your energy. This is all to do with the abuse manifesting physically. You have the power to change that, and Spirit wants you to remember, wants you to get your strength back. stand up for yourself and leave this environment. If I'm talking to you, whether it's a male or a female, flip roles as needed. It's not always men abusing women. Sometimes it's the women abusing men. Whoever the abuser is, you cannot help them. The only way you can help them is to help yourself. Remove yourself. There have been many calls out to the police, and after a while they seem to get sick of it as well. You need to make this decision to keep yourself safe. Your self-worth. You've done all that you could do in this relationship, almost to the detriment of your own life. It's time to heal for yourself now. And Spirit wants you to know that the best is yet to come. Even though you may only see what is in front of you right now, release this energy, because Spirit wants to bless you, Spirit wants to love you, and Spirit wants you to be able to relax and heal. So it's time. Reach out to those in authority if you need assistance. But do not sit and take the abuse anymore, because you never know what might happen. It only takes a physical punch or a slap or a hit or whatever in the wrong way, and that could be very detrimental to your life. And if you've got kids watching this, at home, watching, learning, experiencing this fear, do it for them. Don't stay for them, leave for them. And this will trigger the awakening and the healing in the other. This will wake them up. This will make them do the work. But you staying there just continues the cycle, and it gets worse and worse. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of strength and support. It's not easy when you are dealing with these kinds of people, especially when we have the spirit of alcohol, of drugs involved as well. Like I said, it's a chemical cocktail for disaster. Spirit wants you to know that you have a beautiful future ahead. Be brave and do this for your children. I love you. In the highest light.